Hey everybody, it's Dawn Calicchio from RE/MAX Diamond Realtors right here in Central New Jersey. Now, I know that if anybody has been following the real estate market, we all know that it is craziness out there. We all know that buyers are bidding, over asking, waiving their appraisal. They are limiting their home inspection, if not waiving it completely. They're giving their firstborn 1 pint of blood and a kidney. Yeah, I'm kidding, but not so much. So it's very, very frustrating. And even after promising all that, they're either not getting the house or it's dying in attorney review or shortly after that. Today, we're going to talk about why and some of the ways that we can prevent that from happening. So stay with me. So I will tell you that currently I am dealing with and working with both buyers and sellers. And as much as people say, oh, well, sellers have got it made, there's still some frustration and aggravation on that side as well. And I'm going to break down to you why that is. Here we go. So yes, the house goes on the market. It is flooded with visitations and showings. You might even have an open house at that property where there is a line wrapped around the corner all day long, in and out, tons of people coming through. And by the end of the open house, your realtor has asked for highest and best by noon on Monday, and you have to come up with a game plan on looking at all these offers. When I tell you that some properties have 30 and 40 offers on them, I am not exaggerating at all. So in a perfect world, that is a seller's dream. The problem is that weeding through 30 and 40 offers is exhausting. Some of them are so close that you can't even decipher between the two. The down payment's the same. Everything that they're waiving is the same. And you literally, as a seller and a seller's agent, you just want to take a quarter, throw it up in the air and say, heads it's this one, tails it's this one. So as much as buyers feel that the sellers are in the driver's seat, which they are, it's also very, very frustrating, intimidating, not knowing which offer to go with, making the wrong decision and picking the wrong offer. So I will tell you there are pressures on both sides of the table. So now what happens is the listing agent and their seller decipher through all the numbers and the promises and the I swear, I promise, I won't ask for this and I won't do that. And they go with offer number 32. And they call the buyer's agent and tell them, you're the lucky winner. Everybody's thrilled. So now home inspection comes around. Now, when they wrote up the contract, the buyer said, I will only ask for environmental, structural, and major systems only. Okay, so we're talking mold, radon, a crack in the foundation wall, something structural, the chimney's falling apart, or major systems, okay? The electrical panel has aluminum wiring, and that's very, very dangerous, so we need to have that replaced. Well, now all of a sudden, we have the home inspection. The seller and their listing agent sit down to go over the report, and they're asking for things that they promised they wouldn't ask for. They're asking for, well, the hot water heater's at the end of its life expectancy. Yeah, guess what? You can't ask for that. Sorry, the roof is at the end of its life expectancy. It's not leaking. It's not showing that there's any damage to the roof, but you know, most roofs have a 30-year warranty, and this roof happens to be 42 years old. We want a new roof. No, you can't ask for that. You remember when you said, I promise I'm not going to ask for all those things? You cannot renege on those promises. It's also very, very common for a buyer to say, you know what, I'll waive my appraisal. No problem. If it underappraises by $50,000, I will come out of pocket with $50,000 and make up the difference if my bank won't loan me the money. Well, now it gets to attorney review and the lawyer for the buyer says, whoa, flag on the play. No, we're not, we can't do that. You're not doing that. Are you crazy? And now the problems all start. Now, don't get me wrong. I know this video sounds like I am totally on the seller's side. I am not. Buyers have justifications too. So here's the challenge that the buyer is facing. The buyer has put offers on 5, 6, 7, 8 homes. trying to play by the rules. They're saying, you know what, Dawn, I can't waive my appraisal in its entirety. I just don't feel comfortable with that. But I'm willing to renegotiate the purchase price and come out of pocket with some of the money, but I can't waive it in its entirety. Yes, I will, limit my home inspection to certain items, and they don't get the house. So after they lose out on house after house after house, they say, you know what? I'm going to promise them everything. I'm going to promise them everything, and I'm going to switch gears in attorney review because apparently that seems like it's the only way to get my offer accepted. Now, two wrongs do not make a right. I do not suggest when you're writing up an offer to mislead the seller in any way. Do what you can, write it up, stay true to yourself. But I totally understand the frustration of playing by the rules, staying in between the lines, and in good faith stating exactly what you'll do and what you won't do. And it's frustrating when you lose out because of people that are not playing by the rules. Now, the flip side of that coin is for a seller, you have to understand as a seller, you just got $30,000 over your asking price. It's a pretty good day by anybody's standards. So if something does come back on the inspection report, radon came in too high, over 4.0, you got to remediate that. You have to remediate that or give them a credit. If there is mold present and the buyer has done a mold test and has given you the report that it is a mold that is carcinogenic or harmful, you need to remediate that also. There are certain things that you're going to have to do structurally, environmentally, and for safety reasons that you need to do. And you have to keep in mind that this buyer just gave you $30,000 over asking. I also think that when it comes to an appraisal, I think the seller really has to ask themselves, if the shoe was on the other foot and I was buying a property, would I waive my appraisal in its entirety? Would I be willing to come out of pocket $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 if the bank told me that the property was not worth that in this current market? I think that as a seller, if you can honestly look in the mirror and say to yourself, I would do it, absolutely, then go ahead and ask for it. But if there's that little voice deep down that's saying, I wouldn't be willing to do that, then maybe you should rethink having that as one of the bartering tools or one of the specifications that you're going to go by to pick your buyer. So do you see where I'm going here? There is a win-win. There absolutely is a win-win. And there's one last piece that I'd like to leave you with. It's very simply Matthew 7:12. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I really think that that one Bible quote can really solve a lot of these real estate problems, not to mention a whole lot of other problems in the world. But I hope this video was helpful. I hope you take it to heart, whether you're the buyer or the seller. Do the right thing. There's benefits to doing the right thing. There's benefits to staying true to who you are. And there's benefits to doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. God bless, stay well, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.